Hey, welcome to the next installment of Beginner Guitar Series. I'm going to show you something called note runs. A run, as you'd hear it referred to. And I'm going to show you two really simple, very easy to play right now runs. If you've been following along and learning all of these basic chords, you'll now be able to do these runs. Let's dig in. Okay, one pretty cool sounding run, and we're not going to hit you with theory and why all that applies. We're just going to say, here's a nice sounding run, and here's another one for you to do. Okay, play a C. Remember the C, okay? Alright, if you don't know the C, and if you don't know the A minor, and you don't know the G, and you don't know the E minor, then this video is too advanced for you. So for everybody that's with me on this, let's carry on. Okay, C. Now, the difference between C and A minor, they're very close, aren't they? The positions, it's just one finger difference, right? So play the C and look at the guitar. Now play the A minor and look at the guitar. So what changed? It's the A string, didn't it? It fell away, and we took that third finger and we popped it over onto the G string. We still play that A string open, but it's a much lower note now, just as the A note instead of the C note. So it's creating the root, isn't it? Remember, we spoke about the root, or the one of the chord, within the 1, 3, 5 notes that make up the chord, the 1 being the root or the tonic. You'll hear it referred to as C, A. Okay, so there's a cool way we can go from C to A minor, and it's so easy to do. So for you, where you're like strumming or whatever, maybe you're worried about accidentally hitting that E string when you're playing like this, and one thing, you can just wrap that thumb up and just kind of mute that E string. You can get into that habit. So if you do hit it, there's not going to be a lot of sound, kind of, instead of that, Play whatever rhythm you like, Okay, and now just readjust the position and let that A string come down by one note, by a semitone. And to do that, we need to take the third finger off, and we need to take that second finger and pop it over to the A string to help that run happen, And just don't worry about that D ringing open, because, that will just sound weird if you try and finger it. Just let that ring open, because it's not for long. It's only while the run's happening, right? So you end up playing, essentially, this X 2 0 0 1 0. So it's X2, there's the 2, 0 0 1 0. So you end up playing that with these two, right? So you go from a C to that. Get me? So the A strings come down one. Now going to the A minor. Okay, you got your run. Oh, Yoko. I was just hearing that, that In the Middle of a Dream by John Lennon. In the middle of a dream, I call your name. Okay, There it is. Cool, right? C run to A minor. And you can do the same with a G. I won't go all into it, but essentially that E string needs to come down one. Then into it, and so we're trying to get into an E minor, right? So there's the G, there's the E minor, right? So we go and then run down the E string like that. So we've took one off and we've put it over. And then with all the emphasis happening up here, you know, make sure that these are really being hit, because that's where the changes are happening. Okay? And you can run back up. Two pretty cool runs. G to E minor, C to A minor. Go have fun.